time. My name is Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd.
Shu the Monster Khan, fighting out of Beijing. There's no...
This bout is scheduled.
What a pleasure to be in this unique... These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Jab to the body. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
You fight the swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
There's a counter shot. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punching. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That punch landed. That counter punch caught him clean. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talking about Zhu Khan in that last round. What would you tell this guy? On to the second round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Beautiful counter-punch. Beautiful counter shot. Oh, that punch. You'd like to see more jabs. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well. Both men step back for just a moment. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Zhu Khan in that last round. And a round that seemed like he took. There's the bell to start round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice punch. Missing with that jab. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A perfect counter lands. That counter shot lands. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. And he just missed with that left jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Zhu Khan in that last round. Well, he isn't... There's the bell to start round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He threw a punch and just got countered. That hook's blocked. Catch and shoot. And he scores with the counter. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
So close with that uppercut. Nice counter. Here we go with these two lightning quick lightweights.
Look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Zhu Khan in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode. Back into the fray here in round 5. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Counter punches have to hurt. And he fails to score with that left hook. The jab doesn't quite connect. Punch, counter punch. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Nice counter shot. Nice punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Khan in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. On to the 6th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Didn't land that jab. How about that time counter shot? No rest for the weary. Good counter punch. They exchange punches. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Jab does not score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. No rest for the weary. A perfect counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Here we go, it's round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Well done with that counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
we going to see a jab from these two? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Let's talk about Zhu Khan in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot...
That's a terrible round.
And there's the bell for round 8. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That right hook won't score. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Incredible work rate. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice counter punch. Missed with that right uppercut. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. And he scores with the counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pretty lopsided decision there.